Hey everyone, welcome back to Bros Talk. I'm Phuoc.
And I'm Machi. Today we are tackling one of the most useful motivation theories in business, David McClelland acquired needs theory.
Yep. This theory explains why people are motivated by different things. Some people chase for success, others want to lead, and some just value working with people.
Let's start with the guy behind it. David Clarence McClelland was an American psychologist born in 1917, and he spent most of his career teaching at Harvard University.
Harvard University, such a prestigious place. Let's start. Later on, he moved to Boston University and found McBurr and Company, which applied psychology to management and workplace behavior. Basically, he wanted to figure out what really motivates people at work.
He was actually inspired by Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but thought it was too general. McClelland wanted something more practical, something managers could actually use and measure.
So, through research, he discovered that people develop certain motivational needs through life experience. They are not born with them, they are acquired.
And that's where his three main needs come in: achievement, power, and affiliation.
McClelland started studying motivation in 1950s and officially introduced the theory in his 1961 book, The Achieving Society. So if you ever asked when the theory came out, 1961-ish is the answer.
Now, how did he come up with it? He used a psychological method called the thematic apperception test, or TAT. Participants were shown pictures and asked to tell stories about them. From those stories, he analyzed their motivations.
He also did workplace studies, observing employees, managers, and students to see how motivation affected performance. So the theory came from both experiments and real-life observation.
Alright, let's talk about the three needs. The first one is the needs for achievement.
People in high achievement love to excel and succeed. They set challenging but realistic goals and want personal responsibility for results.
They also love feedback and tend to avoid tasks that are too easy or too risky, like a student who wants to beat their own grades every term. That's a high achiever.
Next up is the need for power. These are people who want to influence or control others.
They enjoy leadership and responsibility. McClelland said there were two kinds of power: personal power, which is more about status, and social power, which is more leading others toward a goal.
Think of a manager who loves guiding the team and making key decisions. That's the need for power in action.
And the third one is the need for affiliation.
These people value relationships and belonging. They want to be liked and accepted. They prefer cooperation over competition, and they often avoid conflict.
They thrive in teams, projects, or roles that involve helping others, like someone in HR or customer service.
The cool thing about McClelland theory is that everyone has all three needs, but one usually dominates. And that dominant need shapes how you behave at work.
From that, a manager can use this by matching people to the right roles, give achievers challenging goals, give power-driven people leadership roles, and let affiliators work in teams.
That's how the theory helps explain why people are motivated to work. It's not just about money. It's about what personally drives them.
Exactly. Achievers are motivated by goals and recognition. Power-driven people are motivated by influence, and affiliators are motivated by relationships.
It is a reminder that everyone motivated differently, and good managers pay attention to that.
Speaking of management, this theory is really practical. It helps managers boost motivation by matching tasks to each person's needs.
It also helps build balanced teams, achieve a push for results, power motivated people leads, and affiliators keep morally high.
Even in recruitment, it helps. For example, if you're hiring a leadership role, look for someone who holds significant power, not necessarily a high level of affiliation.
And when it comes to rewards, achievers love recognition. Power-driven employees value authority, and affiliators like social belonging.
When people needs match their work, productivity and satisfaction go way up.
Of course, the theory isn't perfect. Measuring needs can be tricky. The TAT test is subjective. Different psychologists might score it differently.
It also overlooks other motivators like some money or job security, and it doesn't explain how people needs change over time.
Plus, McClelland's research was mostly done on Western cultures, so it might not apply everywhere.
And simplifying human behavior down to just 3 needs, that's a bit of stretch. But still, it's a useful tool for understanding workplace motivation.
Now let's look at some real business example. Do you know any, Machi?
I have no idea. Tell me more about that.
Okay. Take Microsoft for instance. Under Bill Gates, the company focused heavily on achievement. Employees were encouraged to set goals, innovate, and take ownership.
Oh, so that culture helped Microsoft grow fast and attract ambitious people, but it also created competition and stress. This is a good example of how too much achievement focus can backfire.
Yeah, then the Procter and Gamble. They use McClelland's theory in leadership training. They identify employees' dominant needs and assign roles accordingly.
From that, we know high achievers can get product challenge, power seeker move into management, and affiliators take on the HR or team-based role. The result? Better leadership and employee retention.
And McKinsey and Company applies to this theory in consulting. They help clients redesign reward systems based on what motivates their employees.
That led to higher productivity, engagement, and job satisfaction.
So, overall, businesses like Microsoft, P&G, and McKinsey show how this theory can be improved. This theory can improve performance if it's applied thoughtfully.
To wrap it up, McClelland's acquired need theory introduced in 1961 says people are driven by three needs: achievement, power, and affiliation.
It's based on experiments and workplace observation, and it is still used today to understand motivation, leadership, and team design.
So, what's your dominant need?
Definitely achievement. I love setting goals and hitting them. What about you?
I think I'm more affiliation. I just want everyone to get along.
That's why it works. I achieve, you connect, and together we have power.
Perfect, McClelland. Balance right there. Thanks for listening to Bro Talk.
Catch you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.